Good evening, everyone. Phil here with a special video and or stream, depending on how things go tonight. So, I've had more tech issues, if you can believe it. There was a Windows update over the course of the last couple of days. And if you can believe it, the Windows update bricked my old webcam, the one that I was using for 5 or 6 months that I really liked, that does 4K or 1080p at 60 frames, which is how I use it. Very disappointing. Now, I had a backup webcam, okay? And that backup webcam is the one that I'm using right now. It's the newer model of that webcam, but the step down, meaning it has worse autofocus, doesn't have the ability to follow you around the room or have adjusting with any kind of software when it comes to how it aims. It's just like a stationary webcam, just like any other standard webcam, okay? So it's a step down, basically. So you guys have been suggesting to me recently to do an upgrade and ask me if it was viable. And the upgrade you have suggested is thus. When I'm doing a video just like this one, or a stream just like this one, where I'm talking with you, okay? You like the camera in this position, facing my backdrop, it looks good. But when I go to do gameplay, if I'm doing a console game or if I'm doing PC gaming with a gamepad, it's not that bad. I usually just turn like this, and now I play like this, and it looks okay. But if I'm doing PC gaming with keyboard and mouse, as you can see my setup here, I have to turn fully to face the television. And when I do this, all you're seeing is my side profile. And in addition, a lot of the times, I end up kind of leaning, and then the microphone blocks my head, and it cuts me off, especially when I'm doing this. It looks like I'm getting sucked into another dimension. So, yeah. So basically, you guys have said, can you improve? The only way I can improve is to have two webcams. One that would be straight on, and one that would be also straight on, but when I'm gaming on the other side of the room. So I have purchased the InstaLink 360 Link 2. This is the better version of the webcam I'm using right now. This one has the better autofocus features and has an arm that's adjustable, that it will actually aim around. You can actually use the software to aim it all around the room. It also does have that AI functionality, so the AI camera follows you around. But I'm not going to be using that, okay? So tonight, we're going to unbox this live. I'm going to hook up, get this webcam that I'm using now over there behind my TV. I already have a tripod lined up behind my TV. And so this webcam is going to sit there and look across the room. We're going to do adjustment to get it to focus on me and do this green screen effect. So when I'm playing gameplay, it'll look like this, okay? The only difference is it's not going to have the lighting. It's going to look more like this. So it might not look that good, okay? That's the bummer, is that because I don't have a light over there, it may not look that good. The light is going to be here, and it's probably not going to light me up that well. We have to test. That's why we have to do this tonight. We can test it, mess with it, figure it out, and go from there, okay? So that's what we're doing. Now, if we happen to finish all of this without much difficulty, I want to play some Balatro and do some indie games with you. But it just so happens all this happened today and came together, and I had no plans to do this until my old webcam bricked itself with the Windows update, and I'm like, I guess I'm forced into it then, okay? All right, so let's do it. Let's unbox the Insta360 Link 2. This is the latest webcam from the company. It's their high-end webcam. This is the one that has the adjustable arm that it pans and tilts all over so you can follow you through the room automatically. It has better autofocus. It basically is their top-of-the-line camera, and it's around $200 depending on where you get it, okay? Be careful with knives. Do not hurt yourself. Now that I said that, I will probably accidentally chop off a limb. Okay. So, there it is. The camera doesn't auto adjust. FYI, this camera does not auto adjust. So just to show you, that's why I want this one. This one's going to be better, supposedly. We tried using the autofocus on this camera earlier today, and it doesn't even work. It gets all fuzzy. It doesn't autofocus properly. So here we go. It's very basic what it comes with. Okay, very minimalistic kind of packaging here. Okay, so what you got is on the bottom. This is the magnetic base that you screw on, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put this magnetic base over there on the tripod that's behind the TV, so it's already ready to go. And I got to make sure that it's facing forward. Go. Take the stickers off of it. So I'm going to have to screw it on and make it face towards me. And we're going to have to mess with the angle to make sure that it fits and works, okay? Okay. I need 3 key lights. Yes, I need 3 different lights. Yes, if this was the ideal situation, I would have 3 key lights and 17 things and a whole filming crew in here every day. Right now, I just have the 1 light, okay? All right, so that's the base. Let me go screw that in. Let's do that, shall we? That'll take a minute, not even. All right. It's screwed on properly. Now, here is the new webcam. The Insta360 Link 2. It is covered in plastic. We're going to remove all the plastic. It says superior audio awaits. I will never use this webcam to capture audio. I don't know who would. It's kind of weird that they put like good mics on webcams. Like, doesn't everyone just have a microphone who does content creation? Like, seriously, who uses their microphone on the webcam to capture audio for their streams? It's weird, right? Well, I dropped it. I dropped it and it broke into a million pieces. No, it didn't. It landed on my foot. That would have been something if I broke it immediately. That's kind of like the PS5 when it arrived, my original PS5, and I immediately dropped the controller on it, creating a big like welt on the case. Luckily, it didn't affect its performance. Yeah. All right. All right, get all this plastic off, a ton of plastic. Let's get all the plastic off of it. So here it is. It's funny because it like wiggles all over the place, but it's got the arm that's going to adjust, which is really cool. It's got the tilt and pan. It's the same features that the previous Insta360 Link camera had, only it's a much bigger base. It looks like they've probably improved the base of it a bit. So all I got to do is I got to get this lined up with the base here, okay? But when I do that, this camera is going to now keep running, but it's going to obviously have to be put down somewhere, and I'm going to have to unplug it and replug it over there. This is going to be interesting, okay? First thing I should do, I should plug this camera in and get it working with the software. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, let me think about this. I know what I'm going to do. We got a few options we could do. If I do this, hold on, I'm going to mute it in a second. Okay, so it's muted. Now you can't hear it. Because here's the thing. If no active webcam scenes are on, I should be able to use this webcam through the proprietary software, I believe. No, it says occupied by another program. Well, that sucks because I want to use this one. Let me see what happens if I plug this in. There's a conflict or what happens because I'm going to plug in 2 webcams at the same time, and I'm curious what's going to happen. If it's going to let me select between them or what's going to happen. I legit have no clue. Let's see. Hold on. Oh. Ah. Ah. On. Right. So detected the camera and is updating the firmware. Let me see if I can come back. Hold on. I don't know if this is going to work. Let me see if I can come back in OBS. Ready? I can. So it's over there. It's hooked up. It's updating with new firmware and all of that. And then I'm going to get it working. But then what I'm going to do is do a camera swap. I want that one to work there and this one to work over there. But once they're both working and in the software, it should allow me to do that. Okay. I received a $1 tip. I'm sure I'm going to get tons of contributions tonight. You guys are just going to flood me with contributions. It's a troll, so I'm just going to ignore them. There you go. I guarantee you there's going to be so many contributions for you guys watching me do another tech setup stream, right? This is just what you're here for. That piece of plastic. Oh, shit. There was a piece of plastic that went flying. I didn't see where it went. I got to get it. Where the hell? All right, hold on. Oh. So let's see. Firmware is still updating. It's up to 41%. It's slow. It's very slowly updating the firmware of the new camera. I hope the new camera is better than this one when it comes to the autofocus, because that was the problem with this camera. The autofocus wasn't working. Like, it was blurry. It would focus at the wrong thing. We tried it this morning on the podcast, and it was focusing on, like, the background instead of me. What kind of autofocus focuses on the background? And it could be it's just because it's the cheaper version. It doesn't have the better features. Camera's turning itself on. It's got a green ring on it, which is kind of cool. All right, I'm being asked to say hello to Jade by the people over on Kick. So, Jade, good evening. Okay, get this crap out of here. So, first of all, gesture controls are off. I'm switching to this camera here. Oh, come on. Does it really need to tell me a second time? Let's go. What is going on? Oh my God, it's lagging up. Oh boy, what is going on? This is not good. Hopefully the stream's not lagging. The app is lagging bad. This is not a good sign that the app is lagging like this, to be frank. Okay, I want gesture off. Gestures are, whoa. What happened? It looks like it's crapping out. What just happened? It looks like it has completely crapped out. What is going on? Wow, the app is having major issues. It's lagging and freezing. This is stupid. What is going on? And the camera turned off. What happened? I don't know. Guys, I'm in the midst of tech stuff that's failing. So please forgive me. I'm closing the app and I'm going to try to reopen it. That app is malfunctioning hugely. So I'm going to close it entirely. I'm going to try to reopen it and see what happens because I don't know what's going wrong with it, but it was not running properly at all. So what's going on? What did I miss? I missed stuff apparently. Did I miss contributions or something I need to shout out? Because I'm in the midst of this. Hold on. It looks like Nithris gifted a sub over on Kick. Congrats, whoever got the gifted. I missed who got the gifted. But thank you, Nithris, for a gifted sub over on Kick. That is the first sub of the night, and I appreciate that, Nithris. This could be a long night of technical issues. We'll find out. So thank you. So now we have one super chat and one gifted sub so far. Thank you all. Okay, so that was not promising. What happened was when OBS and everything is open, you can't have the webcam working both in OBS and the proprietary software. You can only have one or the other. But that camera is not open in OBS. It's only open in the proprietary software. So I opened it up. It worked for half a second, malfunctioned, and then all of a sudden the software started glitching. And I couldn't even move in the software. It was all messed up. So I'm going to try to open the software again right now and see what happens. So first thing it tries to do is use this camera, which it can't. So now I'm going to tell it to use the other camera. The other camera is turning on and initializing and immediately fails and turns off. What the hell? It turned on and initialized. It got 1 second of me, like one frame of me, and then it glitched and closed. And now the app is fucked up again. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. Are you telling me that it can only use one webcam at a time? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try something, okay? I have a theory. I have a theory about this, that maybe you can't run two webcams at the same time on this app. So what I will do, okay, I'm going to turn off the webcam here by going to like a scene like this, okay? Now, what if I try to go over here? Maybe both webcams can't do a feed at the same time. Let me try it now. I was correct. It can't do two scenes. No, it glitched again. It worked. It moved for like 2 seconds, and then it just malfunctioned again. What is going on? This is ridiculous. And by the way, I did update the firmware in the camera, so it's turning on and turning right back off again. An anonymous gifter has gifted a sub. Thank you to the anonymous gifter. I appreciate that. I really don't know what's going on right now. Why it turns on, takes one frame of me, and then immediately turns off again. I don't get it. Thank you to the anonymous sub gifter. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'll go back to the one that is not going to work. Okay, let me see, it's actually moving around and not fucking up now. Yeah. Let me get this added. Thank you to the anonymous sub gifter. Oh, there's no leaderboard right now. Let me go back. Let me come back. See, this camera's still working. This camera is still working. I wonder, all right, here's what I can try, okay? I could just try switching cameras now to get this camera working here, only have one camera set up at a time. I could try that, and I could see what happens, and maybe it cannot have two at once or something. I just don't know. Okay? But whoever this anonymous sub-gifter is, thank you. That counts for another $5, so we're up to $12 in support tonight, as we're going to have a very painful tech night, I feel. I really do. I feel like this is going to be a very painful one. Yeah, so I think what I need to do, I'm going to unplug this camera. I'm going to bring this camera over here. I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to see if I can get that camera solely working through its app, okay? If it works through the app and doesn't crash, that's good. And then I can get it set up in OBS live. That could work. And then we could try to get both running at once. I'm curious if this is going to work, all right? So this camera has to go off, guys. So I am still going to be here. You're still going to hear me, but you're going to have to stare at slides while I do this, okay? So I'm going to unplug the webcam I have here. I'm going to swap it with the other one, all right? And we're going to see if I can get the new webcam working with OBS and go from there. Let's do it right now. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here. I just got to do a hardware unplug. You'll probably hear the Windows sounds and everything, okay? So here we go. Oh, whoa. Now this camera turned. What the? Well, guess what? So I think my theory is correct because guess what has happened? I unplugged the one webcam, the old one, and the new one turned on and is working fine now. So my worry here is that for some bizarre reason, you can't have two of the different webcams plugged into the same PC. They malfunction. Oh, never mind. That webcam just turned off again. What in the holy hell? It turned on and it turned off again. It only turns on for a few seconds and then it turns off. Are you telling me that because of this Windows update, even the InstaLink 2 doesn't work? Now, that would be insane. That both the InstaLink and InstaLink 2 both will not work because of this. That would be out of control ridiculous. Nitro says, try restarting the PC. I may have to. At this point, I think that may be what we end up doing. I'm closing the app right now entirely. This is the proprietary app. I'm closing it, okay? So it's closed. I'm going to go get the new webcam and plug it in over here. All right. Here's also what I'm... Someone just made a good point in chat. They said, perhaps you plugged it into a USB 2 port instead of a USB 3 port. You could be right. So I know for a fact the ports on the front are 3s. So I can try to plug it into the port on the front, but if I do that, that fucks up my whole floor situation. So I'll have to mess with it. Now, let's see. Because now this new webcam is plugged into the same port that the other webcam was plugged into. So technically it should be 3 because the other one was working. So now let's see what happens. If it works, I think we found the situation. I think this person is correct. It's working. Now hold on. Let's see if it crashes. Right now it seems to be working. It is working. So I think you're correct. Whoever said that, I think you're correct. I think that I might have plugged it into a 2.0 port instead of a 3, and I didn't realize that because I don't know which ones are actually 3.0 ports on my PC. But let's mess with some stuff. So first off, smart adjustment. Try this, smart adjustment. Try to adjust to my head, apparently. That sounds good. Auto adjusting to my head sounds pretty neat. See if it works. I need to do high frame rate, so we could do 60 frames per second. It's restarting it right now. Enable the 60 frames per second. There it is. Beautiful. We got 60 frames. Yes, we do. Okay, so 60 frames enabled. I put on smart adjustment, but I don't think it's actually working because it doesn't seem to be focusing on my head. I don't need. I'm not using any audio, so I don't need that. Enable low. I don't need to enable low resolution. Horizontal correction. Don't want that. I don't even know what the hell that is. There's a bunch of things I don't even know what they are. Effects. Okay, so now it's on autofocus, auto exposure, auto white balance. Let me take a look. Guess what? This camera is autofocusing much better, baby. Oh, yeah, this camera is autofocusing much better than the other one. It really does. I'm going to show you guys in a second because I'm going to add this as a video source to OBS and we're going to mess with it a little bit. Big Boss, $2 super chat. Sorcery and tech black magic, no doubt it is to blame. Thank you very much, Big Boss. I'll be back on camera shortly. I will. Okay, but I have to get this working as a source. So actually, I could do this. I could say webcam scene 2, add. Here it is. I'm going to call it InstaLink or Insta360 Link 2. There we go. So it should work. Theoretically, this will work once I go back into OBS and I close the other program. It should work. Okay, right now you guys are seeing nothing. That's because it's open in the other program. And I'm going to mess with it a bit before I jump into OBS. So hold on, let me go back to this slideshow for you. Okay, good. Now, so yeah, everything's on auto and it's actually focusing nicely and looking really good. So this is very promising. This camera looks way better than the one I was using this morning. The only bummer is, number one, I need to zoom in once and I need to get it to go the right way. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty centered. It looks slightly off, like just slightly off centered wise. I'm actually wondering, hold on a second here. I'm going to try something. I'm not edging you. I'm going to be back on camera in a sec. Just relax, okay? So, what I did is I adjusted the thing that it's sitting on. And I wanted to auto find me an auto center, but it doesn't seem to be doing it. I clicked on smart adjustment. It's not working. Smart adjustment. Hello, it's my head. It's not smart adjusting. Shoot. I don't think it works. Well, I'm going to have to manually adjust it then, which I'm okay with. Okay. It's looking pretty good, actually. It's looking really good, this camera, in my opinion. I think it's actually better than all the other ones I was using. All right, so I'm going to close the proprietary software. Okay. Now, Aha! What just happened? I told it custom, and then it screwed up and turned off. Yeah, I told it custom, and then it turned off. Shit. All right, hold on. Okay. Ah. Is it working? It's working. It's not corrected for this frame, but it's working. So just take a look. Look at how crisp it says sure here. Look how nicely focused it is on me, right? This camera is much better. And this is the autofocus. So by the way, to test the autofocus now, I should be able to put this up to it and it should focus on it. Did it work? Kind of hard to tell, right? Here, let me get the box that had the text on it. Let's check it out. Okay. So this should be a good test because it'll see if it'll focus on the text. Ready? Oh, baby. Yeah, that was great. That was great. And I take it away. And I'm look at that. Wow, this is great. This camera doesn't do it. This camera we tried this morning, it wouldn't do it. It was just blurry. So this camera, the autofocus is primo. I'm very pleased right now with how this camera is working. Okay. I would almost say the colors look good too. Don't the colors look slightly better? Because it's on everything's auto. I just think that this camera is slightly better quality than this one. It has just better stuff. Okay. Now, I think whoever said that in the chat was onto something. They said, Phil, I think what's happening is you're on a USB 2.0 instead of a 3.0. Considering the fact that this camera is working fully right now, I think they're right. I'm gonna have to look at my USB ports. Okay. Now, so anyway, what we need to do now, hold on, because I need to go to full screen and I need to set this webcam as the webcam for this now. Okay. Here's scene 2. I got to figure this out. How am I going to do this now? I need to set the whoops scene 2. Shit. No, I don't need to do that. I could do this. This should work. But for some reason, it's not. It's working here, but it's not working here. Why not? It's the same exact thing. Maybe it can't have 2 scenes set to the same camera. It seems like that's the case. This is weird. Why is it working on one screen and not the other if it's the same exact source? That doesn't seem to make much sense, honestly. By the way, let me try something. Shit, why isn't it working? Wait a minute. I'm gonna try something. Instead of this, Ah, okay. This is promising. So this is working. This is good. I might just have to remove webcam scene, but I think now the AI screen is not working because it's mapped to the other one, not this one. So I need to remap that now. How the fuck did I do this to begin with? Let me look. AI screen. Webcam scene. I want it in webcam 2. Fuck. It's working. Cool. It works. Okay. So I got that working. I would need to make another one. And make another one for if I do the other webcam. Trying to see what that's called. That's called filter? A filter. Okay, that's called a filter. I have to add a new filter. I'll probably just do it on one of these. I could do filter here, filter here. Okay. So I'm going to say that. Just renaming it so I know what it's called. Okay. Good. Okay. So that's working. So now I could do that on and off whenever I want. I can even do. Oh, I have to add it here. But actually, yeah, let me do that now. I can do that. Instead of webcam scene, I want to add webcam scene 2. Let's do that. Here I am. I have to be resized, obviously. Oh! I can turn this off because it's not working. Here we go. Webcam scene 2. I need to resize myself. Aligned with the bar. Here we are. That is not aligned at all, but we're getting there. That aligned? That's pretty much aligned, right? Okay. Go like, yeah, look at that. I'm aligned. Okay. So that's working. But the thing is, that's just for now. I need to try to get the other camera working. And if the other camera works, I'm going to set the other camera here rather than this one. But I wanted to get this working. Just by default, I wanted to get it working. So it's working now. Okay. So now this one's not working at all anymore. I'm going to have this be. Oh, okay. It doesn't even show one. Okay. Okay. So we're going to mess with that in a minute. But here we go. This is working. So I just want to make sure this is working full screen. Yes, it is. We're working full screen. Level 1 podcast. Nope, I got to get myself on the podcast. I got to get myself into all 3 scenes where I use the camera, basically. This will be good, and then we could work on the other camera. Cool, podcast. Good. Looks slightly off. It looks like I'm like maybe slightly too zoomed in. Yeah, I am too zoomed in. I can tell I'm too zoomed in. So hold on a second here. Perfect. I was zoomed in 2 instead of 1. I was too close. Now we're good. Okay, so that's working now. So the podcast is working. Gameplay is working. Full screen is working. We got the 3 primaries. You know, there's other ones I need to set up. Like, for example, Phil's Day Off and the Smart Guy set, I think. Now, hold on. Let me make sure Discord. Yeah, see? It's the wrong scene. I got to get the scene added here. I'm going to have to resize it and get it working, you know, properly here. See, now, this is weird. Oh, I know what it is. I know exactly what's going on. I was supposed to be zoomed in one. So now I need to resize it in the podcast screen. It's not sized properly in the podcast screen. Okay. Cool. So let's go back. Yeah, see, it's full screen, which it's not supposed to be. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. I just want to make sure it's perfectly centered. It is perfectly centered. Wow. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Everything's turning up DSP tonight. Tech-wise so far. Okay. So we're getting there. Okay. So let's see. There's a couple more screens I need to set this up for, and then once it's all set up, Bill's Day Off. Okay, let's set it up here. We're almost ready. We got like 2 more screens to set this up in. Okay. That's all set. Let's see. Full screen we did. Ah, all these got to be set up. It's got to be close up. Oh, boy. Shit. No, I'm not going to read a stupid dollar tip with an insult in it. All right, 2 more to go here, and I think we're done. And then we can work on the other camera. Way too close. Very disturbing. Way too close. Shut up, Vape Lord boy. Shut your mouth. He's complaining. Shut up. Quiet. I want to hear from the peanut gallery complaining. Don't you think I like to be doing other things tonight too? Do you think this is what I wanted to do? It's not my fault Windows bricked my other webcam, so be quiet immediately. I don't want to hear from you. If you have complaints, address them to Bill Gates and his tech team who did a Windows update. Okay. So all those are working. And I can even do the AI backgrounds if I so choose. Okay. That's working. I think that's it. Because we have DSP News, but I don't think I even set that up. I'm looking for it right now. I don't even think I have that set up, DSP News, nor do I even really use it. I can't even find it. Bill's Day Off, DS Politics. Oh, DSP News. I'll set it. Why not? I'll just set it up. And that'll be it. Then now we have it added to everything and we're good to go. This webcam is good to go for tomorrow. Even if we can't get the other one working, we are ready for content. Okay? Good. Everything's good. Autofocus is beautiful on this camera. As you can see, everything's sharp. It's focusing properly. We're good. Vaporlord boy, enjoy your fucking band, you little pussy bitch, whining and bitching like a little baby. Wham, wham, wham. Fuck off. Okay. So, this is all good. Ooh. This is all good. The new camera is working. So, first half of the job done. So I feel that what the suggestion was that I have the webcam plugged into a USB 2 port instead of USB 3. I'm going to believe you because if this camera is now working and it's plugged into the port this one was just plugged into and it's working fine, I think that's a USB 3 port. So I do think I had it in the wrong port. Okay? Now, let me go ahead and look at the ports in the back. I need to make sure the cord is plugged into a USB 3.0 port, which would be blue, correct? It would be a blue color, not black. Black would be 2. I'm pretty sure it's in a 3 port, but that doesn't mean shit. The problem is there is a 3 port on the front of my PC, but if I do that, now I have a dangling wire and I'm not going to be able to walk in and out of here. The whole idea was cable management to have all my cables on the floor. So let me take a look at the wires in the back of the PC and let me make sure this is plugged into a USB 3.0 port. If it is, then we can get the camera hooked up over there and we can get it working here and we can have the setup. I think this is going to work, but I have to make sure that it's plugged in correctly. Okay. I need to get a light. I'll be right back. I have a light. Okay. Whoever it was who said, You notice what just happened, right? We're getting there. It's okay. It was a good discovery, and I think I fixed the problem. Okay? It's a good discovery. I think we're good now. All right? I just need to get the stuff working again. Give me a second. I'll explain what's going on in a moment. I promise you. Okay. uh, okay. I'm not going to hulk up. I'm calming down. Okay. I got that fixed. You notice what happened is that my wireless turned off while I was doing all that. Okay. So whoever made the suggestion that basically I had it plugged into a USB 2.0 instead of 3.0 port, you're right. I accidentally had the webcam plugged into a 2.0 instead of 3.0. So it was turning on and turning right back off. It wasn't functioning properly. I have now plugged it into a 3.0 port. So now this should work and we're going to test it, and I think it will. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to go plug this webcam over there into USB 3.0 on the pedestal, and we're going to mess around with it a bit and get it to work. Okay? Good shit. All right. Let's do it. Okay. This is good. It turned on. Now it turned off because I didn't have it on in any app, but it did turn on. Okay. So now let me turn on the proprietary app and let's see if I can get that camera to turn on and stay on. It's on. It's working. This is excellent. It is working. So now what we should do is mess around. We got to get this to start working in we have to get this to start working in OBS, but first I have to zoom in a lot and I have to reposition this camera. So I have to reposition it manually to get it to focus on me. It's not focused on me right now. And then I have to manually focus it to get it to be sharp. And then we got to try to get it to work in OBS. Okay. Cool. This is cool. Right now, I have two completely different webcams working, which is amazing to think. Now I'm gonna have to angle it down further. Okay, I'm looking. So when I'm sitting like this, I'm perfectly straight to it, but it needs to be angled down further toward me, so I can do that. And I need to enable all this stuff. I need to enable 60 frames. Now it's 60. Oh, beautiful. 60 frames are enabled. I need to focus it after the fact as well. But it needs to be angled down. Oh man, it is not looking good. I'm telling you right now, guys, unless I can focus it, which I probably can. Oh, the autofocus is working. All right, I need to angle it down, but you guys are going to see it isn't going to look good. It's going to take too much zoom. I'm telling you. Okay. So now I put it too far down. Son of a bitch. It's too far down now. Gotta get up again. This is the problem with that one being the manual adjusting camera. I have to keep getting up to make adjustments. You're gonna see you're not gonna like it. You're gonna see why. And this is what I was telling you guys that this probably wasn't gonna work. Is that camera is so far away, it needs to do too much digital zoom to focus in on me. And it has to do so much that it creates this pixelization in the lighting, as you're going to see, of a whole bunch of specks that just don't look very good. You're going to see what I mean in a minute. But let me go. I'm going to play just like this. This is what it's going to look like. Oh, actually, no. It's going to look like this. Let me move this. It's going to look just like this. Let me actually adjust the mic, too, to what it's going to look like. So you guys are not seeing what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a completely different scene that you will see soon enough. Okay? So I'd be sitting just like this. Play Call of Duty. Here I am. I'm playing Call of Duty right now. This is what it would look like. So to be honest, the microphone is still blocking my face. If I'm just looking straight forward like this, it seems like it'll be all right. But the moment that I turn my head, the microphone is still blocking my face. Because it's right here. It's dangling in front. Maybe if I adjust it like this, that's actually a little better. It's not blocking me as much now. This is actually optimal for this camera angle. It's not blocking me at all. Now I'm just straightforward. So you can still hear me, right? I still sound good. And if I'm sitting here just talking, you can hear me fine. And it's right next to me and I'm playing and the camera's not hindered at all. It's dead on correct now. Okay. So now that that's working, let me move the desk back a little bit. Okay. I'm going to try to get the camera there working now in OBS. Okay. So the autofocus actually is working, but you guys are going to complain. I can tell you right now, you're going to complain. I know you are. I'm just calling it. You guys are going to be like, you should do 4K 30 frames. I'm going to try that. Honestly, even that doesn't look so good. It's pixelated because I had to use so much digital zoom. Basically, when you use digital zoom, okay, you end up having these artifacts. You're going to see there's all these pixels of artifacts. It just doesn't look that good as a webcam. It's going to look dead on, better angle, but worse overall. Like you're gonna see what I mean. But anyway, let's get this working now in OBS. Let's go back to 1080p, 60 frames. Okay, just like that. So cool. All right, so this is working. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this out because it is working fully now. Okay, you're gonna see it looks nothing like this. What you're seeing here is so clear and so nice. When it uses the digital zoom, it just doesn't look good, but I need to use the digital zoom. Maybe I don't. Maybe if I zoom all the way out, the camera will be smart enough. I doubt it though. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm now gonna do I'm going to add a whole new scene. Forget webcam scene. I'm going to say add webcam game scene. Webcam game scene. Yeah, I'm going to add a video. I'm going to call this Insta link to see. That's what I'm going to call it. And it's working. Can you see? Look at this. I told you guys. You want to see a different shot? This is a wildly different shot. All right. So I'm going to tell it to 1080p. Match output FPS. Now, this is a different shot, is it not? Completely different. All right. I know it looks horrible, but you see, we got to mess with it. But I'm telling you, I knew it was going to look horrible because you can, because it has so much zoom. All right. So this is all good. We're good here. Okay. Full screen with it. All right. Okay. So what we want to do, number one, we want to be able to add the AI tool. It actually kind of works, but it now shows it now shows the desk. It kind of works, but not really. Oh my god, look at that. You get to see all the shit that's in front of me. The gunner, these are the gunner glasses. I guess I could remove those because they're distracting. The white, these are the old gunner glasses. I have to remove white objects. It captures white objects for some reason. You notice that? Every white object is showing up. All right. Hold on. All right, here we go. We can try various different things. All right. We can try different levels of zoom and things to make it look better. Because right now, the zoom is ridiculous, which is why you're seeing all those pixels. Do you see all those pixels on me there? The reason you're seeing all those pixels is because the zoom is like way zoomed in. But if I zoom out and I just blow up the size, it may still work. So I'm going to try something. Okay, let me try this. Let me zoom out all the way. See that? I'm zooming out. Am I shrinking? Oh, did that just work? Look what it kind of already. Okay, try something. This is 1.0, no zoom at all. Okay. That actually fixed the pixelization, but now, for some reason, it's picking up a million things in front of me. You see that? It did fix the pixelization, but now it's not working as well. The AI tool is not working as well because I zoomed out. Yeah. So here I am, but it just doesn't look good, right? I told you guys this is what was going to happen, that it was going to be too far away to look good. So now the AI tool just doesn't look that good. It works much better like this because it's close to me. So it can figure it out. You see? When it goes over here, I didn't program it yet, but when it goes over here, it doesn't do a good job. It's too far away. Let me try tweaking it. Hold on. It's even worse this way, right? Let me see. Now it's picking up shit over there for some reason. I knew this was going to happen. There's the full screenshot. I totally knew this was going to happen. I totally knew that it was not going to be good enough. And I was right. I was absolutely right. There's no way, because someone's like, can you get more light? Like, how? Where exactly would I put another light? You know, like, the only thing I can think of, I could put my ring light that I was using for a year and a half over there around this camera. But even then, it's going to be on the other side of the room, and it's going to be directly in my face while I'm playing games, which I don't think is going to work very well. You know what I'm saying? So I tried it. I definitely tried it, guys. I tried what you were suggesting. As you can see, it sucks, right? Does it not suck ass? So it ain't. If it, I feel like if the AI tool was better from afar, we'd be good. But the AI tool does not do a good job from far away. It only does good from up close. Up close, it actually does a really good job. So this camera, it's really good. But this camera, yeah, I don't know what else to say. We tried. Try it with all RGBs off. Do that. We could try it. Okay, hold on. Definitely try it with all RGBs off. I honestly don't think that will help it, but here, let me turn off the filter. Here's what I look like. Here's what I look like with no filters from across the room. All right, so turn off all RGBs. Okay, ready? It looks exactly the same. It didn't improve whatsoever. It literally looks exactly the same. Really bad, right? Really, really bad. What's up, Game Boy? How are you tonight? I know the back of my hair is always screwed up. Unless I wet it down, then it'll stay down. But the back of my head always like sticks up with that cowlick and shit. So don't worry about my hair. No one cares about my hair, right? Try a test game to get the angle. I mean, this is it. What you're seeing right now is representative of what it will look like when I'm playing a game, literally right now. So here I am, I'm playing. For some reason, you see the whole wall, right? I told you, the AI tool is not good enough to do it from a distance. Now, here's the thing. I could zoom in, okay? But here's what happens if I zoom in. Take a look at how bad this looks. See? All these pixels on my body, that's digital zoom. Digital zoom degrades the quality to the point where it looks like shit. So that's the problem with digital zoom. Now it looks awful, you see? So either we zoom all the way out, but then the AI tool doesn't work, or we zoom all the way in, and now you see insane amount of pixels and it looks terrible. It looks awful. So you can either have me looking like this, or you can have me looking like this. right? I guess this would be more appropriate. See? So me like this in the corner, okay? Looking this way, playing, or me like this. Which looks better? What is this? Oh, flashlight. That was a flashlight. That can get out of there. It's not electrical interference. It's digital zoom. That's what I'm telling you. You guys don't know. I know because I used to sell cameras that either had optical or digital zoom. None of these webcams have optical zoom. Optical zoom means there's a physical lens that moves forward that creates an actual, real physical zoom. Digital zoom is just taking the same quality picture and just getting closer by basically like digitally scanning and getting closer. So it creates this effect of pixelization. The light particles get all fucked up when you use digital zoom. It's noise, right? So it's called noise. So, all right. So let's do a test. Okay, so this is called InstaLink 2C. That's what this is called, and it's game scene. Okay, so let's do a test, right? Let's go back to gameplay. Here I am. Okay, now I can add webcam, the other webcam scene, add scene existing. Now that's interesting. Two of me at once. Become incredibly disturbed at two DSPs moving in unison. Your worst nightmares come to life. There are now two of him. I love it. I absolutely love it. So there you go. So here's your options. Ready? We can actually do a test. Here's your two options. Let me actually get this in position. Okay. So you can either have this DSP playing games, or you can have this DSP playing games. I just got two anonymous subs. Thank you. Two anonymous subs over on Kick. I appreciate that. As you guys can see, if I even turn that way, it looks horrible. I'd have to, this entire time, I'd have to face forward for this camera to actually work. But then I guess when I'm updating the leaderboard, I have to turn like this. Let me, hold on. What was I doing? Leaderboard. So two anonymous subs. Thank you, whoever that was. So now we're up to $22 of support tonight. I'm not shocked that no one's supporting the tech stream. I'm really not. It is what it is. John Gull Bunny did a $5 Canadian super chat and says, "Great show, Phil." I doubt it is. I doubt it's a great show for anyone, but I mean, that's kind of not the point. The point is we're trying to get this to work. Do we get an option C? I mean, the option C would be to zoom out, okay? But then then it doesn't work right either. Here, I'm going to show you option C. Here's option C. Ready? And then I would zoom in this way. Hold on. Fucked it up. Here I am. So this is option C, and you can see the problem. Option C doesn't really work because this AI filter doesn't work when you're zoomed out. Like, see, now there's no noise, but now the AI filter won't work. Yeah, it just won't work. Very, very annoying. Most tasteless, you're getting blocked by YouTube's filter for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. So the AI filter doesn't work. I would have to turn off the filter. Oh God, what happened? It glitched? Uh Hold on, I'm screwing all up. Let me turn off the filter. So to make this work, I would have to do something like crunch the screen. Like what I could do is just make it a box. We'd have to go back to using the border. We would have to go back to using the border like I used to. Because this doesn't look bad, right? This looks all right. So we'd have to go back to using the border around me, and I'd be in the corner in the box. I know the stream is art. This is beautiful. We're making beautiful art together tonight. So first of all, thank you to John for that $5 super chat. I have to figure out what the value is on that. This is going to be a fascinating 2-hour video for people to watch after the fact. That's for sure. They're just going to be blown away. They're going to be staring. For years, people will be analyzing this video, wondering what the hell it is they just watched. Okay? Masterpiece. So what is this? USD to Japanese yen? No, I need Canadian. I need USD to... What is Canadian dollars? CA, right? CA to USD. Type in a fiver, and I get $3.46. No, Dark Maggot, there is no way to manually set the area the AI hides in the software. It is literally AI. It is, I'm staring at the wrong camera, by the way. It is literally AI, Dark Maggot. It is 100%, artificial intelligence or programming or whatever it is that's doing it. I have no way to select an area or, focal point on this. It's NVIDIA's proprietary software that's doing it. And as NVIDIA updates more and more, this will likely get better, the filter, but I have no control over it. Yeah, I have none. I'm two-faced now, says Jade. Well, that's because you're getting a light on one side of my face only and not the other. So you're going to get white and dark, and there's nothing I can do about that. Because someone's like, get another light. I mean, where? I can't put it here. This is the wall. Okay, and that's the door. I can't block the door. Okay, I can't put it here because then I can't move the desk out. All right? I can't. The only thing I can do is put a light either behind or on the webcam. Okay? But that would be across the room. I doubt it would work that well. If I could find the ring light, I don't remember where I put it. I put it away in the closet. If I could find the ring light, I could test it. And we could see if the ring light would help. I don't think it would, but we could try. We could give it an old college try. But I'd have to look in the closet for it. If you guys are okay with that. That's what you want me to do. All right, so John did a 350 super chat. That's what it was, right? 350? Fuck, I closed it. 346. That gets us to 25. And then there was a $2 super chat from Gay Man who says, make the two Phils kiss. That's disgusting. Actually, is it really disgusting if two of the same person kiss themselves? What happens if two multiverse people kiss each other? Okay, here's what I'll do. I got to push this back again. Let me look briefly in the closet and see if I can find the ring light. I think I know where it is, but I'm not positive. Okay. Let me see. Found it. Found it. Found it. I can go hook it up and see what happens. All right. Let me briefly go back to the full screen over here, and I'll mess with it. I'll see if I turn on the because I have to mess with the camera to do this. So let me mess with it quick. I got to unplug it, unscrew it, put the ring light on, screw it on top of the ring light, readjust the angle. We got a few things to do to get it to work, and see if this will work. Let's find out. So the ring light's on now, but now the angle's going to be completely wrong on the camera. All right. And now, as you can see, if that's on, this is wrong. Like this lighting is wrong here. Somehow, this also got misaligned, which, hold on. Now it won't go centered. Are you serious? Now it won't go dead center. No matter what I do, it's off slightly. This is weird. Chrome Abyss, 7 months as a member. Is this the new DSP Life Simulator game? Yeah, this is me attempting to do tech live on a stream. Okay, so the only way for me to adjust that light is that light does not work with an app at all. That light I actually have to get up and go over there to adjust, which really sucks. It means every time that we go for gameplay, I'd have to get up, which actually isn't going to work if you really think about that. I guess what we would do only for the games, I would get up and do that. I wouldn't do it, for example, if we were going to go to a screen for the podcast, I wouldn't get up and do that. I would just do this. Of course, now it's showing the wrong camera. Yeah, I need to adjust this. All right, let me adjust this. This is a good way to do it. Hold on. I need to adjust the camera. Hmm. Is this zoomed in at all? I forgot if we have this zoomed in at all. No, we're not zoomed in at all right now. Okay. So this is with the ring light. This is how it looks. So I don't no longer have the two-face look, right? And in fact, I could make it even brighter if I needed to. The problem is the brighter I make it, it's going to distract me from playing games. Let's see how this looks with the AI effect now. Ready? Terrible. It looks terrible. It looks horrible, right? I'd have to zoom in. It looks really bad. I would have to zoom in. It looks bad. Yeah. This compared to this. I mean, yes, you have to see me sideways this way, but look how much better this looks compared to this. There's just no comparison, man. You can't do it. Mirrorless cameras? You really think that I should get like an insanely expensive camera for this? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, I know Sideways is better, Chrome Abyss. The Sideways just such better quality. It looks smoother. You know, this looks like shit. This is 60 frames. It looks like shit. The AI tool is only good for up close. It's that simple. The AI tool can only handle up close stuff. It's not going to be able to handle anything else. So, I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's no other way to do it because I'm trying to think where else could I put the camera? This is too far. This is good for a side shot of the room just on occasion. It's a nice shot to have when we were doing the full screen, right? So let's forget about this. All right? But it would be nice to just have a random shot every once in a while of the office, perhaps, right? So let's get rid of this. This looks atrocious. Like seriously, at this point, we all agree this looks awful, right? Like fuck this. Let's get that out. Look how much, dude. There's not even a comparison. This is the wrong lighting. even with the wrong, even with the wrong lighting. Now look how good it looks, right? Like it's not even comparable. Not even close. All right. So, all right. So forget that nonsense. But like I was saying, what we could do every once in a while, we could have it set up that we have a shot of the whole office. Pretty interesting shot. I mean, we're still really zoomed in here, but it's pretty neat, no, to have like a full room shot where you can kind of see everything going on in the room. The thing is, this is still zoomed in, right? Oh, oh, I know why. I was like, wait a minute. So now you can actually see my whole setup. You can see everything in the room as it's laid out right now. You've never been able to see this before, right? You've got me looking at the camera here. Don't ask me why I just played the intro because I swear I didn't push that. So here's me looking at the camera here. This is what you see when I'm doing the podcast, when I'm doing a video. If we want, for dramatic effect, I can go to full. Oh, look, everyone. Here's the full room. Welcome to the show. I hope that you're all doing well and having a lovely morning here. Here's what it looks like today. And look, I'm barefoot. I'm always barefoot in here. Like, I never put on socks in here usually. So you always see my disgusting, stinky feet in here. You know? I'm flexible. What do you mean I'm flexible? I always have my legs in a flexy position, usually. Right? So, yeah. So here you could actually see what my setup looks like. And maybe every once in a while we could go to this for like variety purposes or whatever. You could see me cut over to here. But it looked better with the RGBs, did it not? We can get the ring light at this point. It's not going to serve a purpose. Like it was only if we were going to use the AI tool. So we'll probably get rid of the ring light and go back. Yeah, it's nice to have an extra shot every once in a while, right? This looks better. All right, we're just going to do the show from here from now on. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. See, I could set this as an alternate setup. I could have this as an alternate shot that we cut between the two shots during the show for various reasons. Yeah. Where am I going to put a third camera? I don't have a third camera. The other camera doesn't work with Windows. Unless they patch Windows or the camera gets like a firmware update, it doesn't work. The camera's bricked. It sucks. I really like that other camera. We used it for 6 months, and now it's a brick just because they fucked it up with the Windows update. Pretty messed up. Yeah. Oh, I cleaned the carpet. Someone said the carpet's cleaner than they expected. When I did my redo of the office, I vacuumed the entire floor to clean because it was gross. It was too much clutter because my setup sucked and there was so wires everywhere and clutter everywhere. Now the setup is much better. So here's what we'll do. We can use this as an extra. Uh, we can use this as an extra scene that we can use, but I'm gonna get rid of this ring light. I'm gonna go back to where it was, reposition it, and we'll use this as an extra scene. I think it would work as an extra scene. Um, yeah, people are saying upgrade this. I mean, I could, but I'd have to buy more tracking for the wall because I used all the track that I had to build this behind me. So I would have to buy more of the plastic tracking and build more framework here to put more of the hexagons up. And the hexagons don't go flush against each other. They go in this pattern. See, that's a different pattern. So I would have to build it sideways. I guess I could if I did it sideways. I'd have to think about that. I have extra hexagons. I do. I have extra foam that I could possibly put there, but I have to buy the tracks. Let's say I don't want to have to drill the fucking whole wall again. I don't really care. I just care about what's behind me. You know what I mean? Like how it looks there. All right. I'm way skinnier than you thought. I told you guys I'm not fat. It's the camera angles and everything. Like I'm literally way skinnier. I'm like 195 now. You know? I lost a ton of weight. Ton of weight. All right, let's get set back up. Okay. So here, this is all zoomed all the way out, which is what I wanted. Gestures are off. Got on autofocus. Yep, we need it on autofocus. Okay. Cool. All right, let's set everything back up. Here's what I gotta do. I'll turn the RGBs back on and I'll get rid of this ring light because we don't need the ring light anymore. It doesn't really set up a purpose. Let's get the RGBs back on so you guys can have a nice light show, and then I'll get rid of the ring light. I'm all back on. This is going to be a fascinating 2-hour video for people to watch back after the fact. There we go. RGB's enabled. So now let me show you the other scene again. And we're going to set that up as a scene in OBS. Look at the room. We got lights coming from the PC over here. We got lights on the back wall. All these lights going on. Can't even see it all. The whole back wall over there is lights too. You just can't see them. So if I turn off the ring light, this is going to look even better. All right, let's do it. Let's get the ring light off. All right. Looks pretty good. Look at this. Pretty cool, huh? That's a pretty cool angle. You can actually see, look right below the camera. That's the bottom of the TV, or that's the TV, the top of the TV. It's a pretty cool angle. I like that. I could go to this whenever I want. I could cut away, you know. I like that you could cut to a different angle. Pretty nice. And yes, you can see my feet because I don't wear socks in here. Walk out of the closet on the new camera so it could be a new emo. G4 says this is good for DSP tries it. I mean, not really. Not really. Look how far away it is. If I zoom in, it looks like shit again, remember? I could zoom in. Let me show you what it looks like when I zoom in without the AI tool. Ready? Awful. See all the noise? You just see a million things of noise. It sucks. I wish if the noise wasn't there, it'd be perfect, but I would need a real camera, a mechanical camera, you know, that has real zoom, physical zoom, what they call optical zoom instead of digital zoom. The digital zoom, it's just no good, man. The digital zoom is shit. Yeah. See here. Not bad. I think this is a good setup right here. This is probably the best right here, right? See my whole setup from here? Maybe one more so you can see the light. Now you can see the light. The light over there. There you go. Not bad. Definitely a cool alternate situation here, right? Nice. Yeah, I mean, it is. My setup was always the most bootleg setup possible. It really was. Like, it was the worst possible setup you could have. And now I actually have a semi-professional setup. Here, I'll go back to this screen. I now have a RGB's turned off again. Means my wireless went down again. Yep. Whenever my wireless goes down, the RGBs go down. I gotta restart it again. Sometimes I have no problems whatsoever, and then sometimes I just have tons of problems with the wireless. So I gotta restart it. Then it should work fine. But should restart any second now. There we go. I'm very pleased with this camera. This camera is autofocusing great, right? It's very sharp on me now. So no issues with this camera at all. The camera has fixed the issues we were having. You know, no problems there. Oh, very good point. Marine says, this is your new cat cam. When Jasper comes in here and he's running around, cut to that camera. That is, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, a round of applause for Marine X. That is a great idea. Because right now, the only time you get to see Jasper is when he climbs the chair. But if he's in here running around, I can cut to the cam. And you'll see him running around the office, cat cam. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. Because people always say they want more of Jasper when he's in here. That is an absolute great suggestion. Good one. Okay. So this is how it's set up now. So basically, this is here. This is my regular setup here. This is my laptop setup. And then to my right is the gaming setup. Okay. So what I need to do now, I need to create an alternate scene that I can cut between the two. So, I'm debating how to do that. How would I do that? I would need it to not be a filter. I would need it to be a video source. So if I were to go to Level 1 Podcast, I need to have that feed over this one. and a button that I can program that it could jump between the two feeds. Yes. So I would have to program it as a video source here that I can turn on and off. And I think I can do that. So what I need to do is I need to get that as a video source in here, and it is. Wait, it is? No, it's not. I have it set up as webcam scene 2. That's incorrect. No, I have it set up as webcam. Yeah, this one I can get rid of. This one, webcam scene 2. Yes, okay. This one doesn't work anymore. Not working. Okay. Just going to delete this one. We got this. We got this. Delete this one. Serves no purpose. It's not doing anything. Look at that. Oh. All right, this is fun. No, Jade, I don't think we're playing Balatro tonight. Obviously, look what we got wrapped up in, right? But now we're messing around with stuff. Okay, so now we have these two. So what I need to do is add game scene to everything. So let me do that. Guys, if you enjoyed tonight's stream for some bizarre reason, if you could support the stream now, it would be great. Because right now, obviously, we're approaching the end of the stream, probably another 20, 30 minutes of chill, but that's it. And then we're done for the night. And yeah, as you know, support, we didn't get much. I'm not shocked that that's the case, quite frankly. You know, I don't blame you for not giving much support tonight. I'm not upset by it. But at the same time, it would be great to get some support last minute here if possible. What I need to be able to do is turn it off and on. Turn the scene off and on. I need a button for that to turn on a scene off and on. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me think about this. I got to do that through Stream Deck. I'm going to get rid of this and this for now. I'm going to completely change this. I'm going to change this to be a scene. Yes. How do I do that? Scene. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to call it Cam 2 Scene. Source will be webcam game. Here we go. Okay. Perfect. It worked. So now let's test it. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it just overrides everything. That's not what I wanted. Shoot. So that doesn't work. That overrides it. It cuts to the scene. It's not what I intended. Shit, I got to think about this. I have to think about this. Because it's nice to cut to that scene. There we go. I have a button now to cut to that scene. But I need... I need to have a way. Let me turn this off. Hold on. I need to see. I can just cut to it. That's good that I could cut to it like that at any time. But I want to be able to, like, I wanted to change it in the podcast border. I wanted to have it there, and I'm wondering how can I do that? Like, how can I swap between one or the other? Like, how do I enable that on and off? I don't know how. Shit. Because that just transitions it to another scene. And I don't want to have to set up a whole other podcast screen, but I might have to, or I'll just transition to this. It'll just have to be, I won't. It'll just be like a quick scene where I do it like this, and then I go back to the podcast screen like this. We could do that. I suppose we could do it that way. Okay. All right. I guess we'll do that. Let's set it up. So I need to add a few things. I need to add the leaderboard. No? Probably better on the bottom. I need to add pop-up animations. So now we have pop-ups right here for contributions. Right there. And I can add the other ones too. Not that they really matter, but might as well. Okay. So now this is just a normal screen, like any other screen. I could jump to this whenever I want. Whenever I'm ready, I could jump over to it. There you go. So here we are. We could be chilling. We could say, and now we go to the Jasper cam as Jasper's running in here. And I go, Jasper. And he's playing, and I, could show him and follow him around. And he's over here at the door trying to get into the door. And I could show him going into the door and stuff like that. It's not bad. By the way, yeah, I still have hats down here. Still have all these hats. The Los Santos cat. Still have the Christmas hat down here. I have to put these away. I have them all down here. I'm lazy. I didn't put the hats away. I got to put them in the closet. You can see them over here. I'm lazy. See? I got to put those away. All right. So there you go. I have two scenes now. So I have the full screen, the cam 2. I have two different full screen scenes. And then I can just, here I am on the podcast, but then I can cut over to that. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that was a lot of work to try to figure it out, but we definitely got something out of it. I just want to see if I can center this camera now, because it's not centered and it's pissing me off. Now it's centered. Okay. It's dead center now. Perfect. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be dead center. Now it's dead center. The problem is it's magnetic. These cameras are magnetic, so any movement in the room could basically make them shake, and then they screw up. There's not much you could do about that. But the good news is the autofocus works now. So now, I put the stuff away. I was going to say, now I could do this. There you go. Focuses on that. Beautiful. There you go. And then I go back, and it focuses back on me, and I'm sharp, right? Look. It's actually working well. It's focusing well, autofocus. The other camera, the one over there, doesn't have good autofocus. It sucks. DJ Trump says, go to camera 2 and do a lean-in manual ban. All right, I'm going to ban him right now. Ready? Here we go. I didn't ban anyone. That's how it looks. I do this, I go in, and I ban someone just like that. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I ban someone just like that. I lean in, boom, get him. The fuck out of here, bitch. Slap him around. That is true. I could go full screen like this. Like if I like a victory dance, like, yeah, I beat a tough boss. I could do a victory dance. There you go. Cool. All right. Sweet. All right, so hold on. By the way, Chromobis, thanks for 7 months as a member. I appreciate that. So I just want to be sure I didn't miss anything, right? All contributions have been counted tonight. I want to be sure I didn't screw up or leave anyone out. And we have about 10 minutes left on the stream. I literally tonight did not ask really for contributions at all, right? I was pretty occupied trying to get this set up and working. So any contributions would be greatly appreciated in the next 10 minutes. If there's anyone here who actually wants to support, since tonight I made $27, because I didn't make gameplay, that'd be nice. I did work. I tried to get it working. Sadly, this alternate camera is good for a wide shot. That's what it is, a wide shot, right? That's exactly what it's called, the wide shot. In fact, that's what I should call it. I have full screen, but I should also call it the wide shot. I'm going to rename it. Wide shot. Perfect. The wide shot. That works perfectly. Cool. I have a few other things too, some funny clips and stuff to add that I want to add as things popping up here, but I haven't had a chance to do it. I'll try to work on that. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't miss anything. Here, I'll close that. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm fairly certain I didn't, but if there were any other contributions via Kick, I would have missed them. Nope, it was just Nithris tonight. Nithris did the one's gifted sub, correct? That was it? Okay. All right. So for the last tiny bit of time here, what do you guys want to talk about? Marine X says, on the door here. He says, on the door here, we could do some game tic-tac-toe or like a basketball hoop. Tic-tac-toe wouldn't work. Here's why. Ready? Because it's not flat. It opens like that. So there's no way I could do tic-tac-toe. It would fall off, you see? It's also much closer than it looks. It's only like a foot or two away from me, that door. But now you guys are finally getting a scene, like an actual like idea of what my setup is like, right? Like this is some nice and different. You get to see firsthand what the whole setup is like here, right? Pretty nice. Yeah, that's why I don't put anything on that door because it would fall off because we need to open and close it, Okay. Here we go. Back here. All right, so what we're going to do for gameplay is this. Just like we were doing, okay? We're just going to do this. This is just much better. I just need, I got to position it. It's not positioned properly. Hold on. There we go. That good? Yeah. And then I go to the corner like this. Perfect. Actually, I think it looks better with this camera, does it not? I think it actually does significantly look better. Cool. Plant Some Fruit Trees just did a $25 super chat and said, this is a late tip for getting Santa in the studio. Well, thank you. That's right. Santa did come by during my Christmas event this year and played some Stellar Blade. Sadly, it didn't go the way most people wanted. They didn't really enjoy Santa crapping on the game. So I told him he's not invited back, that he he ruined the holiday event. Everyone got very mad. Then you plant some fruit trees for $25. That gets us up to 52 tonight. I appreciate that very much. I also received a $3 tip from Chocoboko. Tech streams usually are unintentional, but can be entertaining if it means we hang out. I mean, well, hey, and by the way, you guys helped me immediately because I didn't know why the other camera wasn't working. And someone says, yeah, dude, you got it into a USB 2 port. And he's absolutely right. And I would have been here all night scratching my head being pissy like a jerk if you guys weren't here to help. So I appreciate your help every single time that you give it. I really do. Thank you, Chocoboko. Sorry we didn't do Balatro tonight, but we got something out of it. Now we have a nice wide shot of the studio that we can use whenever we feel like it, which is cool. It's a cool addition, right? Has a decision been made on Stalker? Not really. Good night, Jade. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, Vietnamese comrade. A bunch of people are taking off. No real determination as of yet. You know, people seem to want it, but I really don't like it. But what I said is I would do it after Smart Guys on Tuesday, but it's looking like the episode may be extra long because we're going to be covering both Raw and AEW Dynamite this week. My first ever covering of Dynamite. So I guess we'll see. So thank you for that. Am I dropping Blanca Bison in Street Fighter 6? For now, I actually want to focus on Honda and Dalsim a bit. I do. Why? Because I'm doing well with them, and I feel like most people don't or haven't memorized the patterns of how to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, sadly, with certain characters that are considered more top tier, like people have kind of memorized the patterns to beat them. And it's frustrating. It's very frustrating that I can't get anything going with those characters when I play, that people just pick a top tier, play a pattern, dominate. It's like ridiculous. But now, you know, if I pick Honda or Dalsim, most people don't know how to beat them. So I end up having a much better chance of actually winning a match with Honda or Dalsim because they don't pattern play the crap out of me. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just a better situation. So look at that. Now I can cut between two different camera angles when I'm answering a question. How does that look? How does that look? That's pretty neat. That actually worked out pretty well. Dante's Inferno says, how often do I do indie nights? Depends. Last week we beat Killer Frequency. That was our indie night. I've been playing Balatro and the coin game on and off for like a month and a half. And I like doing these more chill nights. Tonight, it just so happens the chill night ends up being a tech night, right? What are you going to do? But pretty neat. I like the wide shot. I have to figure out what to do with the wide shot. Maybe if I have something to show you from a wide shot, I don't know what it would be. But definitely, we got to do this. This just looks much better for gameplay and stuff. You know what I mean? This is just going to be ultimately better in the long run. I'll probably shrink it a little bit. It looks really big right now, so I'll probably shrink it a bit. But this is much better than what we were doing there. There we go. That's better. Wait a minute. Is that the right? Yeah, it is. Is that the right green screen bar? It is, but it looks like it's too big. Shrink it a bit. Also, doesn't it need to be in front of the webcam? There we go. I was like it's off. There we are. That's better. Much better. There we go. And I go like that. Yep. And then I can bring it up if I need to. Yep. Perfect. The new camera is good. This new camera that came tonight is great. I'm glad that I ordered it. It's much better than that one. So I'm not disappointed. The other one was just supposed to be a backup to begin with. Will a new setup help with co-op streams? Co-op. I mean, if I ever do something with my wife, if you want a wide shot of us both, I guess, but that's about it. What have I learned from all these tech streams? That basically there is no full shot or there is no foolproof way to get anything working. No matter what, you're always going to have another issue. You're going to have another challenge, another thing happening that you have to tackle and figure out. And basically that this is an ongoing process of improvement that you're never really done, right? Like I thought I was going to be done second week of December. And then what happens is another thing comes up and another thing comes up and another improvement and another problem to tackle, another this and another that. It never really ends. It's still going. Here we are almost a full 2 months. Because remember, it was the first week of December that we migrated over to this PC and we're still doing tech upgrades. It never seems to end. I ordered everything online, John. Of course, I got pretty much everything here is Amazon. Like every item in the office is Amazon. No lie. I got everything on Amazon. All right. I'll hang around for like another 10 minutes because I actually have nothing extra to do besides the daily wrap and the uploading. I'm not doing a highlight tonight or anything. No, Hart, I didn't. Maybe I will. Hart says someone left great comments on the Blanca session about why the up ball is whiffing and how I can fix that. I'll have to look into that. Maybe I will. Thank you. Someone gave me great advice on Honda, that the chop is much better. The last patch made the chop super good, and you can combo with it, which I didn't know. I'll have to try that. So I'll hang out for 10 more minutes, everyone. I'll be here till like 9:40 p.m., and then I got to get, out of here. Last chance if anyone wants to do a Hail Mary bomb of $100, or actually it's $90 to hit the goal for tonight. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying. I don't think that's going to happen. Really? Bone-In Chicken His Work says after the update, his Bluetooth wasn't working in his PC and he took 2 hours to fix it. That's awful. Dante's Inferno said, would you try the mouthwashing game if I gift you a code? Doesn't have to be right away. I know Balatro, you want to play for Indies Night. Yes. If you gift it, I will play it for sure. 100%. I'll give it a shot. I'm not committing to a full playthrough, but you gift me the game, I will absolutely try it. Sure. I was wondering what I got to move back. I got to move my knife back, and this has to go back to my bedroom. This is for my bedroom if the power goes out, so we're not in the dark at night. Imagine the power goes out and Kat and I are in the pitch black. That's what this flashlight is for. It's for my bedroom. I got to put these two things back where they belong after the stream. A nice 2-hour tech video. I know that Amazon gives away free games, but they're never anything I want. Would I try Temtem if you gave me a stream key Pokemon-style game? Isn't that the first game that kind of ripped off Pokemon? But I don't think that one, they didn't sue, right? They waited for Pal World to sue. You thought I used a candle like an old-timey cartoon character? Yes, and also, this actually is not a Christmas hat. This is my nightcap. I wear this to sleep every night. Like they used to. They used to wear like a big full nightgown and nightcap, right? Full body, red suit, and nightcap. There you go. Oh, do you? Marinex says he has some good videos on his channel about emergency supplies for blackouts. Cool. No, I'm not really looking forward too much to many games in February. I think there's just a small few that I'm interested in, but not too many. It's not a crazy crazy month for games, that's for sure. But we'll be doing stuff like we're going to be starting Dino Crisis later this week, so I'm excited for that. Would I give Pal World another go? No, I'm not interested in it. Nah, we played it. We saw what the extent of it was. It was, not crazy or anything. Yes, I am going to try the Monster Hunter Wilds beta. It is coming out, I think it was February. I have the dates, and I want to give it a shot because I didn't play the last one, and I'm interested to see if it's any good. So I am interested in that for sure. I want to give that a go. Does the webcam work? Well, Eddie, why don't you tell me? Ready? Does the webcam work? It does. However, it's not good for gaming. It looks terrible. We tried it with the AI. We tried zooming in. It looks awful. For a wide shot of the office like this, it actually is pretty cool, right? Isn't it cool to actually see what the office looks like and to do wide shots every once in a while? So for wide shots, this is perfect. But for actual use for gameplay, no go. We're just going to be doing this like we've been doing all along. This looks much better. Okay? There you go. That could be a good angle when we finally do the Lego nights. Yeah. When we do Lego nights, you could actually see me building the Lego right here. That's actually not bad at all. That's a good idea for the Lego nights when we eventually get to them. I could build the Legos so you could see me do it. That's a good one. So we'll find uses for the wide shot. We will. Arcade Paradise on Game Pass? What's that? I never heard of it. Is it about arcades? I love retro arcade stuff. Arcade Paradise kicks ass. I said Cat played it before. I did. Arcade Paradise? Let me look at it. I don't remember this at all. Arcade Paradise. She did not play this. What are you talking about? She maybe saw it. Maybe she was looking at Game Pass games or something and saw it, but she didn't play it. Do you build your digital arcade? Is that what it is? You build like an arcade, you build it like your own, like a simulated arcade, like a sim game? John just did a $5 super chat. Let's see how that looks in the wide shot. Okay. And he says, I had a birthday this month. I'm in my mid-40s and still gaming. Me too. Well, I guess 43. Is that mid-40s? I'm about to be 43. It's all good. Man, gaming is mainstream. You can be a gamer. It's okay. You don't have to hide it anymore. Thank you, John. We're up to 60 with 5 minutes left on the stream. Can we hit the goal? Who's gonna whale it out tonight, folks? Who's gonna whale for DSP who set up a new camera? No, I'm not really planning too many major indie games right now, but we can get to it. We'll get around to it. Come on, where's Jinx? Where's Iron Chef Sakai? Where's NDO dropping $100 tip right now? Who's gonna come in last minute? Where's Dank Sneed Pimp to come and say, here's just 100 subs right now? It's all good. Earlier today, we had a very good day. We hit 2 goals earlier today, so it's fine. That's why tonight I said we could do a tech stream. And we got something good out of it. We did. We have a wide angle camera now, which is nice. So, I don't feel like it was a waste. We definitely got something going. We got something positive out of it. So, not disappointed. Man, my desktop is really bad on here. I got to clean this up. Look at all these desktop icons for games I don't need. Yikes. You're going to email me? All right, sounds good. Dante's Inferno. Where's Beaver Bother with his $2 tips? Well, he's banned on both YouTube and Kick right now, so he's probably pissy about that. By the way, when I look at this is confusing. This camera has a green circle on the right-hand side, and I'm staring at it, but the camera's on the left. The camera's not here, right? The camera's here. So I got to remember to look to the left of the green circle, or else I'm not looking straight on at the camera. That's kind of annoying. I don't know why they did it like that. You should have put the freaking camera in the circle, because your eyes gravitate towards the green circle, but it's actually right there. Why did Trump restore TikTok? Because he wants to show that he's truly a man of the people. He gives the people what they want. Even if it's bad for them, he doesn't care. There you go. Most Tasteless says he can't contribute anymore because his wife told him she doesn't like it when he super chats. Well, what kind of man are you? You're supposed to be in control of your own destiny, right? You make your own choices. You don't let your wife boss you around. What is wrong with you? Do you let her keep your balls in her purse too? Does she take them out for special occasions and they go right back in? What's your problem, man? Man up. Show everyone right now what it's like to be a man and contribute to the stream immediately. Oh, my goodness. All right, I think we're going to call it a night, folks. It's been a long one. This has been a 2.5-hour hangout tech stream, but we got some good stuff out of it. We now know that sadly, I have to go with the side profile gaming. I don't know if there's really a solution with my office setup. I just don't think there is. Like, I don't think that there's a good, there's nowhere to put a camera here. I can't put a camera any closer. That's the closest I can do is the wide shot from above the TV. Like, there's nothing else I could really do camera-wise. There's nowhere else to put one closer, you know? I can't hear. If I put it here, the mic's in the way. If I put it, I can't put it here, the door's there, you know? I can't put it here, that's where the TV is. I can't block the TV. So, I really don't know. Like, the only thing I can think of, it wouldn't work. No, it wouldn't work. I was going to say, move the mic arm to the other side of the table. That wouldn't work because then I can't do it. It wouldn't even reach me here for the podcast. Yeah. Basically, this is like the best it's going to go. So. Oh, Most Tasteless gifted a sub on Kick. Holy crap. He pulled his balls out of the wife's purse for a minute. Thank you, Most Tasteless. I appreciate that. All right, guys. I really got to get out of here. So thanks for chilling with me. This incredibly long 2.2 or 2.5 hour video of me doing tech with that camera. At least we got it. We figured it all out. You guys helped me. I appreciate you. And tomorrow we get back to normalcy. But if anyone else has suggestions, but I don't even know what else to do, the only way I could think of is to get a camera that would have like crazy zoom, which we don't have. You know what I mean? So the digital zoom just doesn't cut it in the modern era. It doesn't. Pfft. Someone tipped $1 and says, live daily wrap, I'll match the next tip. Let's go. No, we're going to adjourn for the night. All right, guys? Cool. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.